Alright, so 2-minute Tanya tidbit for today. So in the previous chapter we explained an analogy from a person, where a person's one word is totally nullified compared to him. Now we're going to explain what that means by God Almighty. And we explained that even though we said that God's energy is totally energizing all the words, what exactly does that mean? How can you even say that God speaks? We can't compare humans to God, as seemingly the idea of speech is something which leaves a person. It leaves him and now is expressed to somebody else. But by God Almighty, you can't say there's anything that leaves him, as the whole world is fully full with him, and there's no place void of him. So how can you say that his speech leaves him and is no longer part of him? And we know that his ways are totally higher than our ways, like it even says in the pasuk that even his thoughts are removed from him, are different than our thoughts. As it says, my thoughts are not like your thoughts. And so too, King Gavu, my ways are much higher than your ways. So you can't compare God's thoughts and God's ways, so for sure not his speech, to our speech. So how can we say that God's words are totally separate from him like a person and call it in a way of speech? So Alter Rebbe is going to explain that there are two aspects of speech really, even though one doesn't apply by God, but the other one does. One aspect of speech is the idea that it leaves a person. That truthfully doesn't belong by God. But there is a second aspect of speech. And the second aspect of speech is the fact that what was previously in your mind is now revealed. As when a person has an idea in his head, no one knows what he's thinking. But once he comes to express that in words, now everyone's able to see that. And that's what we say speech is by God. Even though he doesn't have the idea of leaving him, but he has the aspect that when something is in his level, it's not yet revealed. That's called thoughts by God. When he expresses it in a way that other people can now see it, that's called speech. And that's the way that he created the world, in a way that we're able to see those things. The 10 utterances which are used to create a world, as now there's a world which we can see in our physical eyes. And so too the idea of any revelation from God, whether it's to the prophets of their nevuah that they received, or any of the Torah that we received from God Almighty, was in a way of speech, as God revealed what was previously by him alone to be expressed to somewhere else. And now someone else can see those thoughts. That's the end of today's Tanya. See you next time.